Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight for this installment of ESEA Season 25. I forget the week, but it's Snakewater Week. I'm guessing it's week 3. Yeah, because we're on the third map of the season. This is Snakewater of Froyotech versus Gnomercy, the only undefeated team in Invite as it stands if you've been living under a rock in the past few days, past few weeks even. Gnomercy leading 5-0. Froyotech with one loss under the belt from EVL Gaming. Froyotech looking to try and make a full circle of the top 4 of Invite by taking this match and then making it so that every team in the top 4 has lost to every team in the top 4. Tonight we've got myself, Ro, as well as Sandblast as your casters, and Dr.Shdwpuppet, the PC extraordinaire on producing and camera work. Sandblast, talk to the people.
What's going on, guys? Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun match. Gnomercy has a lot of talent on it, a lot of good players. Yite and Slumdish are insane at Scout. I mean, Marmaduke Romer, the alleged Froyotech pocket in preseason, was getting some tryouts, but unfortunately, they didn't pick him up. So I want Marmaduke to win this game just because that little subtle diss that Banny said. Remember when we didn't pick you up on pocket? I want my boy Marmaduke to take home this W tonight. But yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, Aim again is awesome. He's a really cool player, really cool guy too. Should be fun to watch him all play. And funny thing is, all these players, or half the team from Gnomercy actually were my teammates. Yite, Dingo, and Aim. We're all Mario Party 4 players last season, but they went their own way and picked up Cookie Jake. What am I trying to say? Cookie Jake, Slumdish, and Marmaduke. So a really good roster. And if there's a team to upset Froyotech that isn't EVL, it's gonna be this team 9 times out of 10. Especially on this map, it's gonna be hopefully an extremely good match.
Yeah, it's pretty much on everyone's mind. It's kind of weird to think about it that the one of the highlight matches of the season is not going to be the clash of Froyotech versus EVL, although that was a phenomenal match. It's going to be against a completely new team with bits and pieces from previous experienced players like Marmaduke Grills, Dingo, players that have been playing forever, some new blood, and some players who've also had a little bit of Invite experience within the last year or so. So Gnomercy has really brought their stuff to the table, taking out EVL Gaming, who took out Froyotech. So now it's up to Froyotech to decide if they're going to take out Gnomercy, and then we'll be full circle officially. Actually, no, it wasn't Gnomercy beating EVL. It was Fank Gaming beating EVL and Gnomercy beating Fank Gaming.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be fun. Watch out for Dingo. He's probably one of, in my opinion, their best player. Hits every pipe. Insane. So I know I'm going to be on his cam for a couple of these mids. But again, I mean, for Froyotech, you still have, their legends. You have some 3 legends from the I-52 roster, I believe, when they had Blaze, Shade, and Banny all on the same team. I believe that that was the roster. So it's cool to see that they're all still playing and they're still bringing in the powerhouse players. So it should be fun. I really want to see both scouts from each team just try and do a lot of work, and especially Dingo. I really want Dingo just to pound them because I really just want to see Marmaduke win this game, just for the rivalry that why Banny didn't pick him up on pocket.
Exactly. Marmaduke Grill is just a phenomenal player. Been around since the single-digit ESEA seasons and then some. So for him to be denied placement into the previous champion of ESEA Season 24, I really hope that Marmaduke Girls can just show what he was worth and be like that ex-lover that's like, hey boo, this is what you're missing, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
Well, we already touched on it a little bit, or you pretty much gave a rundown of all the players' histories, but just so we're all squared away on what's going on the Gnomercy roster, the scouts are Slumdish and Yite with Aim, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Why am I failing this?
Marmaduke
what is the other?
Grills.
Marmaduke Grills. I just said his name. Those are your soldiers with Dingo, aka Junie Spy Kids. That's going to be the demo man, and rounding it off will be Mr. What's his face?
Cookie Jake.
Cookie Jake. These are names I should know. And I don't have the roster up. I'm trying to do it from memory, and it's failing me. Cookie Jake as the medic for Gnomercy. So that's your Gnomercy roster. And over on Froyotech, we've got the previous Froyotech masters that have been around for ages. We've got Shade on medic, Banny and his teammate Eric on scout, as well as Blaze on roamer, and Garbuglio, aka Purple Shirt, as the pocket, with Habib a assassin, the demo man, who said he's playing Scout in the chat, and he's playing Scout in the pregame. But I 100% doubt that's even remotely a possibility. I don't think it's the return of Banny demo.
Yeah, Banny won't be on demo for a long time until somehow there's just a player that isn't Badonsky comes into the game that can play how Banny wants him to play demo. Because if there's something Banny wants, he wants a certain pocket and a certain demo. That's what he wants. And then he can play combo
he wants to
Scout.
fit onto the team where it's lacking.
Exactly.
He can play every role perfectly, and we've seen it. He's played literally every class except for medic, and that's because there's always been a medic who plays the way he needs it to be played. So I'm not even joking. I don't remember when it was, but I was tuned into a Banny stream at some point where he was bringing up the question was brought up: would you be playing medic in Invite? And that's when he confessed to us his love for playing the class that his team needs. And if he ever needed to play the role medic, that would be the one instance where everything else on the team was fulfilled, and he would be rounding it off as a medic.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
look forward to it. 2018 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if Duana came back and you let him get unrusted a little bit and you threw him back into the scene, and Shade just didn't play again. And everyone else was gonna stick around, and if they won the season, I'm sure Banny wouldn't be opposed to the medic department because Gnomercy wouldn't want to play because he wants to beat Froyo and all that good stuff. Unless Cookie Jake's ready to take the leap, I mean, the Banny medic might debut there. But yeah, I mean, I want to see some good stuff this match. I mean, I really want this to be close. I feel like this is gonna be. I just want this to be like one of the best invite matches just because of the players in the server. Like, just all these people on Gnomercy have the potential to do. I know they can. They are all fantastic players. They've all been playing the game for a while now. And I just want them to just see an upset just because they deserve it. Like, they're playing amazing right now at the start of the season. They're doing amazing. It's 5-0, holding down the first seed. Granted, they're versing the current world champions on in TFT right now, versing froyotech. Which again, I still have love for froyotech. Whenever they fly out to that I series or that ESEA land, I always if there's always Europeans at a tournament, I always want the NA boys to take home the W. But again, Banny's on the team. He's a god at this game. But it seems like we're actually about to go live here, so enough with the whole history lesson here. But I'm gonna actually watch Dingo for this mid.
Definitely, as we were seeing yesterday in the match of, I believe it was, wow, I'm bad with names all of a sudden. The match yesterday, the cast yesterday of Legalized Ranch versus Fank Gaming. Jarrett from Legalized Ranch was just having a terrible mid every time, and Campy was constantly shutting him down. So we're going to see on Dingo's perspective if he can do what Campy did to Jarrett last night and see if he can take control of these mids against Habib, who is just now taking the first sticky right out the bat. And it looks like Dingo's managing to get a few extra stickies out the gate. froyotech scouts are getting primed in position. Froyo Banny now jumping over with a follow-up bomb from Blaze, who's actually initiating on to aim, but he's going to get taken out immediately, and Slundish is also going to fall up onto Eric, and now with 2 players down, Banny's making the call. They're all going to be backing out. froyotech want to keep their medic alive and get onto second to prepare for a defensive hold, because now with the numbers advantage, a huge numbers advantage, 2 players up against froyotech, it's looking like practically a free second, and keeping the pressure up at the lobby. Garbuglia now actually potentially going to get initiation, but no, he gets caught out by the soldier, and he's going to get followed up on. Nice little air shot. It gets taken down, so that'll be it. But Cookie Jake gets dropped by Banny, who is forcing with Shade, rushing to the point, able to stop it. Slender's going to get picked up by Blaze now, and it's an incredible thing to have Cookie Jake dropping the Uber and Habib picking up 2 clean pipes following up. It's just Marmaduke Girls alive, and it's what a massive mistake.
Funny thing is, Cookie Jake actually wasn't on an Uber. He actually popped crits and didn't get anything with it with his team, and they actually came in through lower and just popped right around the corner. So even though Cookie Jake popped crits, there was no way to get any value off the crits through their combo unless they shot something on the flank. But it looks like we're probably going to have to be on a little stalemate here. Again, Cookie is going to have crits out a little bit. Actually, it's just about rounded off on even right now. Looks like Gnomercy is going to try and wrap through Saw here, try and get a little bit of pressure, see if they can get in. It looks like Blaze looks like he's going to try and get ready to jump out the window. Not quite. But actually, the cool thing that happened that mid, the reason why Gnomercy took it so convincing is actually because both the soldiers on Froyo kind of alled in really early and got denied. But actually, if you look lower right now, Dingo's going to have to get ready because they're going to try and walk this lower. Banny clearing some stickies already. Habib slowly trying to walk in while Blaze is jumping in from window right now, jumping on top of Marmaduke. He's going to get taken down by Eric. Slumders finds a trade kill. Wall, Dingo here also going to find the scout, Eric here. Froyo's going to have a little bit of trouble here. They need to help Garbuglio. He's really low on HP. Habib doing a really great job locking out anyone trying to come out of bats. Uber's going to get popped out from froyotech. Everyone from Gnomercy is going to have to run here, but it's good. But Yite is caught in here on left. Banny's going to try and find the kill on him. But Cookie Jake does have the ad here, but Banny is going to find the kill on Yite. Cookie is on Uber. This is going to be a full ad push.
It is, but this is exactly what Shade needs to do to work with here, because he's going to be right in the position to get away. And it was really good job from Gnomercy to force out the Uber and get all their players out, except for Yite, who was unfortunately stuck in the window when that initiation happened. So right now, Cookie J going to be taking players in through the battlements. Aim trying to clear some stickies, gets through cleanly, and the spam is coming now. There are sticky traps above the door on top of the bridge, so there can be some initiation. It's actually a backhand attempt from Eric and Blaze, but it's going to get taken down by Margaret Grills with a little help from Yite, but Yite gets taken down. Habib, though, gets taken down by Dingo, so that's going to be a huge opportunity to retake this mid practically with no contestation, because by the time Dingo respawns, or rather Habib respawns, they're going to have the midpoint and be ready to push into second with sacks.
Yeah, that was the backup attempt was really good. If they actually only had Yite there instead of Marmaduke or just one play, they probably would have lost that round. But really good heads up display to just kind of keep two last, even though you're pushing with full ad. That's always kind of the safe bet, because you kind of get free positioning with Uber anyway. But looks like we're probably going to have a little bit of a stalemate here, as both teams do have Uber, just some spam. Actually, Aim's going to get caught out. That's probably going to field in for their sack. But if Eric and Benny are trying to get a little bit of action from low to walk blazing for a jump. But Eric kind of just runs in and Yite just dumpsters him real quick. And probably hopefully see an off class, maybe a sniper or a spy. Who knows, we'll see. They might just keep sacking one by one to try and force the Uber.
He's keeping a tight eye on that window, going for a little bit of a bomb while peeking into the window and then landing on the awning here. Might get caught up by Slemdish. No, but he jumps away just in time. Wasn't going to get killed. Oh, but Slemdish walks into the trap of Habib. I don't know if that was planned, but Blaze played that perfectly, getting out of the way, and then Habib taking over, getting that kill, and now with some initiation here from Banny over in the window. They're clearing out the saw room and ready to take this forward. Aim is right next to the door and ready to pop the Uber with Cookie Jake, take this fight into saw. But it's looking really good for froyotech because they have all their bases covered. But no, they're going to decide to back off of it. They didn't have enough positioning or time to get a good exchange, a favorable post-Uber exchange there. And now the respawn is already back from Slemnish as a sniper.
Slemnish sniper is going to be fun here to watch. Slemnish, really great aim. Hopefully he can try to work an angle here, but I think I'm having a sniper. Oh, yeah, speaking about trying to find an angle here, just walks in, dumps his Blaze. This is actually really good. They need to get aggressive right now to give Slemnish an angle, because if he can get an angle on lower here, he can kind of cut off their exit on bridge or bats, try and get a pick. Oh, they're just going to keep peeking him. No soldiers. They cannot get jumped now unless Habib goes for some Osama demo, but looks like that's not going to happen. His aim is going to try and initiate here. Going to get taken down. Habib doing insane damage. Oh my god, Habib is insane. Just as I said, Osama demo. That's what Dingo tried to do, jump in there, get a little aggressive, but Habib is just locking him out. And then the Uber, I believe, got popped off from Cookie to try and not get forced. A real unfortunate push here. Instead of kind of just walking it in there, Gnomercy kind of just took a way much more aggressive fight instead of playing it slow and just edging cap and forcing the pump. Or
they
sorry,
100%. They 100% got disconnected there. Players were doing different things at different times, and they weren't even committing to an Uber push. They were like, oh, we have numbers, let's try and work our way in. And then they went in without, knowing what to do. They just kind of went in and died. And as a result, they're going to lose their Uber at mid, but no, it's not going to be enough because Marmaduke Grills came in, did a ton of damage, and Slemdish was actually able to follow up on it. Also, a little bit of spam from Aim, going to take down Eric. The Uber hasn't been forced off. Shade ready to push players in through Cheese. They're rotating to the point now. And it's looking like they want to commit to it. It's actually Aim getting on top of Cheese. Potentially had a chance to get Shade there. But now they're going to be jumping in through Cheese. And Cookie Jake is so disconnected. He's almost going to get Uber, but he's so close to the players that are going to be pushing in. But they don't even know it. So they're actually not even going to be able to pop their Uber and chase down Cookie Jake. Cookie Jake going to get Uber just now. And it looks like they want to commit to this fight. They want to stop it from being capped, but it
really
might
nice
not work
force
out for them. No, they're going to be backing off now. The Uber comes in. Oh, they kill Garbuglio.
Wow. Marmaduke really just did the most right there with that amount of HP that he had. But they're going to take this Uber in from bats. Yite in a little bit of one, but oh my god, gets destroyed by Yite. Slemnish is just Slender's also finding kill on Blaze. There's a back cap situation from by Bandy, but Marmaduke stops him in his tracks. Oh man, if you saw what Marmaduke did, I don't know if you're on this cam, but he actually, with like only half health, was able to go in, do so much burst damage to Garbuglio, was able to force off that Uber and give Cookie Jake the free advantage. But they're going to be walking this in through, looks like lower, and going to start clearing some traps. This should be a free mid if they get in fast enough before the spawners get here. But Slumdish is in, they need to stop baiting them. They're going to get in now, and the spawners are in there, so they need to be careful here. As Froyo is not going to try and give this up for free. Aim is very weak on the right side of the map. He's going to get taken down. They need to leave now. They are way too slow pushing into that. And Marmaduke as well. There's no soldiers now on the side of Gnomercy. They need to probably just back this up with little splash classes. And Dingo getting caught up, but then Yite finding Blaze in the back line.
Thankfully, that little bit of a... That's the only redeeming grace there. And Cookie Jake's about to get Uber in time, but they're keeping the pressure up. froyotech giving no mercy whatsoever. And now the Boogers are going to be forced off from both sides. But Marta Grills and AIM are on the scene. They've just now come in from the respawn and going to be falling off on a Garbuglio. Take him down right away and keeping a little bit of extra damage at the front lines of the choke point. But that was all they needed to get in there. And now Slemdish is rushing forward, but not going to be able to do anything against all this coordinated spam. And a follow-up aggression from Eric, who is actually just going to be barely getting out there from all that spam. Dingo really wanting to commit to this right now as he's peeking the bridge aggressively. Mardu Grills underneath gets taken down. Yeah, I can retaliate very quickly. And now it's looking like a 1-for-1 exchange across all ages. But what a pipe from Habib! The fadeaway around the corner. Gonna pick up Cookie Jake there. And now with Shade getting about a 80% Uber advantage. They might even just push with just straight heals, no Uber. And this could be disaster if they don't handle this correctly. Froyo Bandy just walking to the point, completely uncontested. That was a huge misplay. Gnomercy was assuming that froyotech would play it slow, wait for the Uber, and as a result, they were scattered and not, defending the simple objective goal.
Yeah, I mean, Froyo got Habib got a really nice pick onto Cookie Jake, making him lose the round. But anyway, here's the mid. Let's see if Dingo can do a lot of damage. Gonna get a little bit early damage onto Habib here. Habib just sitting around, getting hit by two nice stickies to Dingo. This is where Gnomercy needs to start aggressing here, really start pressuring up top for the scouts so they have up top control. But they also need to watch out for Blaze hiding in kitchen as well. Marmaduke also found his way in the background, but Bandy's gonna start contesting him and Saw. Dingo is trying to walk across point while Slumdish is fighting. Yite is really weak up top, but the health for Froyo is so bad right now. Marmaduke pinching from behind right now. Banny is weak at the left. They need to find this kill on him at wall along with Blaze. Banny does get taken down, and also Yite is also going to find Blaze as well. Very solid in the textbook mid. Dingo locking out Habib, not able to fight that mid with full HP, and kind of just took it easily. 3 players down for Froyo. This is going to be a last hole from both teams with Uberad. So let's see some off classes maybe, or some sacks. Hopefully we can get something happening.
I think Gnomercy has figured out how to do mid fights excellently because they've been holding the mid points very strongly, winning these fights, but now they got to figure out how to push second, how to push last. Thankfully, they got second for free, but Eric right now on the sniper, going to get an easy shot into Slemdish, peeking the battlements, and that's going to cause some initiation from Blaze, who's going to get completely stuffed, but still gets a shot at the Yite, point blank. And now with 2 players down, it's looking like a great opportunity for froyotech to come in. Banny taking so much damage, could get killed here from the spam, but it's not going to be enough, and Eric getting a nice little shot there, going to be forcing off this Uber, and it's a desperate play from AIM to come in here, taking down some players, and now the Uber is just now fading. Shade very happily staying alive, and a coordinated shot and Habib spam going to take down AIM. And now Cookie Jake is way too close for comfort. I don't know how froyotech is not pushing into it aggressively. Right now, it's actually going to be on a forced attempt for Marmaduke. Not going to happen though. Shade knows much better than to die to that. So they're going to be holding on to this, and now peeking into the battlements with no heals though. Blaze gets taken down, and now potentially other players getting caught out. Yite going to be going in desperately, getting taken down by Eric. And Banny underneath taking so much damage. One little spam rocket could take him down potentially. And the heals are getting very aggressive from Shade, trying to keep his players alive, and they're going to be able to take this point, thankfully, in time, and Gnomercy going to hold on to mid, but with no Uber advantage whatsoever, they're going to be backing out, trying to force it.
I really wish, even though Yite is fighting on the flank and still killing Blaze, I really, really wish that he could try and just stay alive more in these fights, man. Like, even though a scout soldier trait isn't that good, if he's alive in these fights, that's just really, really good for Gnomercy having 2 scouts on the field instead of a 1-to-2 scout ratio, Like, him being alive is much more easy picks on the side of Gnomercy.
Great spam onto poor little Eric there. Almost getting killed at the window and juggled into it, but thankfully stayed alive. Somehow froyotech did not find an opportunity to get in because maybe Shade was miscounting the Ubers or something, but there was enough of an advantage to push against Cookie Jake and potentially get a kill. But it is hard to push with Uber from any of the choke points. The window, the saw room, lower, even Kitchen if you can get deep enough. Marmaduke Girls initiating onto the players at the spam war going on right now, gonna get taken down. Unfortunately, froyotech had an opportunity there, I think, to push in, but they thought better of it, thinking maybe it was not as close as, or a little bit closer than they thought.
Yeah, I lagged out a little bit there, so I kind of missed some of the action, but it looks like we're still stalemating. I mean, there's probably around 15 minutes left in the half. Nothing too crazy. So hopefully we just see some slight sacking from Gnomercy, or see if they can just try and force off the Uber from Shade instead of just stalemating here.
What I'm seeing from froyotech right now is what I'm really happy to see is they're taking good control of the left area, the lower area right now. Eric also keeping a very tight hold onto the window and potentially even some of the catwalk. We do see Marmaduke Girls is actually on Spy right now. But I really want to commend froyotech for handling this lower area really well. But Blaze missing an opportunity to hold it with his teammates there. Going to get juggled and taking a lot of damage right now. Very desperate for some heals. Just going to be coordinating some spam, trying to slow down the players as much as he can. But this aggression is actually really good for Marmaduke Girls to get in. But I think Shade knows it because he's practically looking at him. And all these players look behind. They see him. They know where he is. They're spamming him out, taking him down. Not going to be doing anything there. Banny throwing out a taunt on top of everything else there. Telling Marmaduke Girls, nah, you didn't belong on froyotech ever.
Yeah, but Garbuga trying to go in on a little sack there. Gonna get taken out.
But yeah,
Blaze is also weak, but actually AIM gets baited into a trap. Looks like the Gnomercy's gonna elect to try and take this into Saul. They're trying to just edge it in, trying to find all the traps with Dingo as the flank getting a little aggressive on Frio. Banny just kind of just running in right now, getting onto Dingo immediately. But Banny's also gonna get taken out by, they're gonna get his exit trapped off. So Yite's gonna be looking for something on the flank real quick, but nothing too close for him to kill.
That pick advantage is going to be huge because even though Shade, of course, is a phenomenal game sense master, Banny is usually the driving force for making decisions on the fly, seeing the scene, and calling it out for his teammates. So it's going to be a little bit harder for him to coordinate a defensive strategy at this moment. But Gnomercy not opting to find an opportunity to go in with one less scout. It's actually a lot easier to get in through the window potentially, or at least send a soldier in. But unfortunately, they could not take advantage of the numbers to at least get someone in to go for a sack. And as a result, we're back to a stalemate where they got a free pick on the Banny and did not capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much you can do. Granted, it is easier to sack with that when the other team's down a scout, just due to the fact that you're not going to get denied as easy, and it's going to take a little bit longer for you to die. But, I mean, this is classic Snakewater second. Both teams don't really want to do anything risky. Both teams also want to make a push happen. But again, froyotech's up around. They can sit here all game. They can do whatever they want. It's on Gnomercy to sack it. But if you actually look at it, looks like the combo's actually starting to rotate lower here. While Dingo's going to be holding. So Marmaduke actually getting a pretty decent bottom, but not able to connect on Shane as Habib hitting a pretty nice air shot on him. Garbuga probably looks like he's going to try and sack through Saul here. Going to jump past the traps. He's going to get on bats completely uncontested. Going to actually mess up his bomb and get instantly taken out from Dingo there.
I was so worried about that jump through the choke point of the saw room. I could have sworn he was going to die to that trap because there were stickies on all sides. But he managed to get through, but then still stuffed by Dingo. Very nice play. They're looking like to initiate here. Gnomercy taking no more chances here with playing slow. Marmaduke Girls going to get taken out by some sticky spam from Habib. And a follow-up onto Slemness is going to be a big telltale sign of what this fight turned out to be. And now Gnomercy taking the retreating option right now, trying to get all their players out. And they're going to have to find an opportunity to slow down the players, maybe get a force here, because froyotech are coming in full force and not even gonna have to pop here potentially. And it's looking like it's gonna have to be a desperate pop from Cookie Jake here, as he does, because he was afraid that Dingo was gonna die and he could get out, but no, it was too late, and then he lost his demo as a result of it. Now we do see AIM over in the window, not gonna be able to get any initiation here, and froyotech Shade getting in here now. Banny taking the Uber, gonna be rushing in, but he gets disconnected for just a moment. Not gonna be enough though. Nice shot from AIM there, 4 HP, able to stuff Banny and keep him from keeping the aggression up there, and he is going to survive long enough to tell the tale. But with a small numbers advantage, froyotech could potentially push this with Ubers being even and non-existent at this moment.
Yeah, pushing Snakewater last is typically not your favorite last to dry push with one player at. I mean, it's possible, but it's just hard. There's a lot of land to cover, especially without an Uber. There's sightlines, that's nasty. I mean, both teams are probably going to elect just to build the Uber, guarantee it, and just play it a little safe because, again, One mistake from Froyo can get them holding on their second, but actually a really quick play coming out from Marmaduke, going to do a lot of damage to Garbuglio. He doesn't want him to live though. Marmaduke is looking for this kill right now. He's actually going to crater, and Marmaduke actually finds Habib. That's actually a really nice play from the roamer on Gnomercy. If Marmaduke can just live lower, but actually Eric's going to be able to find him. But again, this is still pushable. If they take this lower fast here, just solve. Looks like Blaze. What's Blaze up to?
Oh no, I was expecting them to push, so immediately you were on the right track there. It's a great opportunity for them to push, but Blazewood is at a very sneaky spot. An old and reimagined corner strat, but unfortunately we didn't get to see it happen because Gnomercy is a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be kind of a little nervous to push 5v4 against Froyo, but actually Yite doing a really nice job getting the kill on the Benny there. Habib also seeing some damage there, but actually Dingo doing a lot himself. Now this is an opportunity to push. They have no Banny and they have no Eric. That means no scouts. That's free range for your soldiers to get free high ground. So it looks like they're going to elect to try and just walk this Saul. They might want to go catwalk knowing aim just to be a little bit more safe. But actually Blazes, they need to push Blaze right now. They can't allow this to happen. They're playing way too slow right now with 2 scouts being dead and especially no Banny. They're just going to hold second again. I don't know why I wouldn't push off an ad like that. Like, especially no Banny and no Eric. Like,
exactly.
They need to get a player. And like there's probably around 10 minutes left. Actually, Blaze jumping in. Oh, the Cookie has no protection gonna get forced. Oh man, like Gnomercy's just making like these little tiny timing errors that like that needs to be stopped. Like not fighting while they have no scouts. But now they're just gonna push in Saul completely uncontested. They haven't even used yet. Shade is still full HP. Marmaduke's gonna die, and Yite actually is behind. So now it's 4v5 or 4v5. But Yite's gonna try and back up. They might elect to try and stop this because Yite's on the back cap, but it's not gonna happen.
Cap time is much faster on the second point than the mid point. I actually want to bring this up at the end of the super exchange. What was going on in that last round, or at the tail end of that round there? Before they finish this cap, the Uber exchange is happening on the point. Both scouts getting to the point immediately, and they're going to cap it off after forcing the Uber, pushing players back, and then rotating back to the point and capping it. What was really bad there was Gnomercy is absolutely terrified of getting players in and taking advantage of numbers, not for pushing, but to get players in, to get the positioning you need to potentially get a force onto Shade. They didn't have an Uber advantage when they had the 2-player advantage, and they didn't opt to find an opportunity to get into Shade and force something off here. But walk us through this mid.
Yeah, I mean, Dingo again, doing everything that Demo should be doing, killing the other team's Demo and denying everything as Slumnish, and yeah, instantly just find Garbuglio. And oh my god, Marmaduke. This is the round right now. But anyway, just since they rolled this mid, to touch on what just happened, like, whenever a team has no scouts, like, and it's 64, you need to just get a soldier in to gain that position. Like, I don't know why Gnomercy, especially with aim, but I don't know. All I know is Dingo's owning him. He somehow died though. He's probably going on their last to do some crazy stuff. But
I'd
again,
like to bring up a huge point before the super happens, potentially if I can get it in. One really important thing about Shade, and something that Shade is very fond of, is when he plays a game and rarely sees enemy players in his area, he's feeling comfortable. He knows they're winning. And as far as I can tell, Shade's practically had no pressure from any players, whether it's a sack, whether it's an Uber exchange, any kind of aggression. Shade has practically seen the backs of his team the entire match so far. And right now we're going to be seeing an initiation from the Shutter. Going to be taking down the Sticky Trap right away and following up onto the Sentry. But right now they need to get some cap time or pressure out Habib, because right now they haven't done anything with the Uber. They've gotten them some positioning, but that's not going to be enough. And Blaze picking up Mr. Dingo, as well as Cookie Jake. It's going to be very hard for them to finish it up, and it's a botched push from Gnomercy with full Uber advantage, not using their Ubers effectively there, and that's going to be it. It's looking like Shade with full Uber are going to be able to push with the rest of the team, take out this second, and potentially take this mid without popping, because that's what Shade's been doing this entire match. He's been getting in for free. He's not been seeing enemy players pressuring them, and that might be a credit to froyotech, the team, as a unit, clearing out the enemy team and making opportunities for Shade to come in, or just being an incredible force. But Shade needs to be pressured more. That's the biggest thing happening right now.
Yeah, it goes full circle to not being able to push in, like being afraid to push in. Shade will be pressured if they play more aggressive, especially if they have Banny dead and no scouts on the other team. I don't know why Gnomercy is playing so passive right now, and I would assume that they'd be a much more aggressive team, especially playing them in the season. They're a much more aggressive team. Blaze are going to try and get it onto Dingo. Dingo has no exception to that right now, but actually 2 kills are going to be found. They need to just keep everyone healthy, refight bats, and just be happy. Marmaduke also and Slemish on the flank, getting jobs done. Fine kill. Dingo just needs to live here. Thank God Marmaduke exists for this team. He is actually making so much space for this team. This is a round right here. They need to stack this. They're going to have no demo. A free push is just walking Saw. That's all they got to do.
Oh my god. He's coming in. Oh, but he gets killed. He got called out by Marmaduke Grills as he was going to Saw, but Eric is still behind. I don't even know if the players know about this, but Eric has a potential backcap here, and he's gonna go for it. And even what the heck, Banny's on second. What is happening? He gets taken down by a nice pipe from Dingo, and thankfully Eric gets taken down right before the gap gets cut off. But now froyotech have most of the midpoint control. Stickies are getting thrown on top of all the crates, and oh, it's not gonna be able to catch Mr. Aim there, and they're finally gonna be able to get this midpoint and deny both the scouts. Please, for the love of all that is TF2, Gnomercy, don't botch this second. Don't botch this lobby. You have so much potential. Your Blaze getting taken down from Dingo, who's sitting in the battlements getting some great spam and practically fighting this with no fear whatsoever. It's a good damage, but not a good follow-up from the rest of the team. They're actually going to be pushing in now. Shade poorly building a Zuber now. He could have had about a little bit more advantage here. Shade could lose a Zuber here potentially, but no, the Zuber has not managed to do that, and Shade's going to get a Zuber just in time to defend this push. And let's see how they're going to be holding on to it. They're actually getting a nice connection. And Shade hasn't got the Uber yet. He's at 97%. He's the last player alive. That's going to be it. Gnomercy doing such a phenomenal job of taking down the players just before Shade got the Uber. Shade, that was such a bad play for you, not optimally building that Uber. 3% was all you need to stall.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they knew that it was going to be a slight push, but they ended up getting it. Again, for this mid, Dingo, hopefully he just keeps pushing on forward, doing a lot of damage. Dingo not really doing a whole lot in the damage part of this thing, but actually Garbuglu and Blaze going to do a really high double bomb on the Slemnish, going to find the kill on him, along with Habib, able to finally get the better of Dingo on these mid. Shade, but actually falling down to Aim here. It's going to be 2v3. This might be doable. If I can just find the kill on Habib, he needs to secure this kill fast enough, but can't find it. And all he needed was that kill onto Habib, like 2 to 3 seconds earlier, so we can start killing anything on Marmaduke, because Marmaduke was doing good distracting. But unfortunately, they couldn't do it. Although it's going to be even Ubers, Habib is already on second, probably putting up a forward trap. Yeah, hopefully we can get something going.
You see some initiation from Habib very far in right now, and he's going to get potentially taken down. Finally does get taken down by Dingo, and Eric is also causing a little bit of havoc, rushing down to Africa, completely untouched now, and it's going to be causing a little bit of havoc. They are going to commit to getting behind and taking down Eric, but they're going in all the wrong places, checking all the wrong spots, and Eric now going to be meeting up with Marmaduke, who hits 2 easy shots, pulls out a taunt, but this is not the time to do it because there's less than 3 or 4 minutes left in this match, and now it's time for Gnomercy to take the midpoint, practically uncontested. Shade now having the Crit Creek ready to go from the kitchen, taking down Aim as well as Slemnish. And it's going to be a third onto Yite. It's looking desperate now for Gnomercy to hold on to this. And now they're going to all go down, and now that's going to be it. Oh no, Dingo also gets taken down. Cookie Jake did manage to get away. Going to be not enough right now to defend second, but they will be able to hold last with this full Uber.
Yeah, I mean, they might try to push out of this a little early, but Shade gonna take the forward spawns on Medic. They need to get out here now if they want to push this. They have no heals on second. Aim should know this. I've played with him. He would want to push out here, but they're taking so long to just commit to a push, and now Shade is already there. But Slemnish might have died. Like, I don't understand why they can't just push something. Now they're going to Uber. Granted, they find Blaze, but Eric's going to push lower immediately. I think he's going to get contested and going to get chased down by both Dingo and Yite. But Garbulia also going to find Aim a little bit behind, and Dingo also deading on top of Dingo. Cookie is going to try and make his way out to Shutter, and there's actually Banny on last. I don't understand why they don't push. They know Banny, or they know Shade literally isn't going to be there. So I don't know why they're not pushing. It just doesn't make sense. Like, there's so many opportunities to push that they're not taking. 2 scouts being down the side of froyotech with Ad, I even think, and they're still not taking these opportunities. Like, it just doesn't make sense that they're just letting it slip through. Like that if they push mid when they have no scouts, that's a free. They just have to push their second. Just get a soldier in, just keep stalemating. It doesn't make sense to me.
Very good stuff from Banny there, being able to win 1v1 against Marmaduke Grills, who was very desperate and low on health. and Benny just simply walked onto the point, and that was enough to take it all down. I'm gonna pull up these stats, but just tell me from memory. Don't even look at the fucking stats, man. Tell me who's top damaging, who's top fragging. What's the story?
Dingo's top damaging, and Slumnish is top fragging, 100%.
Yikes, top fragging, tied with Eric and Habib on the other team, but you were correct, Dingo is top damaging. Stats are fairly even across the board. froyotech overall, though, putting out about 4,000 more damage.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we're actually going live.
I just wanted to see these things real quick, and then we're done. Okay, 4,000 damage lead from froyotech, 3 frag lead from froyotech. That's it. We're done. Okay, moving on. Habib now taking a little bit of extra damage there from Mr. Dingo, who's been showing dominance as a demo man here. And Blaze getting taken out very early. It's a desperate play from Froyo Garbuglio getting taken out right away. But Marmaduke Grills also got stopped by Eric. And now both scouts are sitting up top. froyotech now trying to decide if they want to commit. And they're going to actually have to back off here. Banny going to be contesting against him. And actually going to get a nice little shot onto Yite there. Going to clean that up. And now it's going to be practically even numbers. Banny going to be recommitting here with Shade now. Following up on the Dingo who got disconnected just shortly there. And oh, it's all that they need to do this. Habib still alive though, going to be able to come back in.
That's what I'm talking about.
There it is, the repush. Going to be taking this mid.
That's literally the definition of what I said last half. Yite took another fight that he didn't need to fight as he secured them in, and he just walked in for free. But actually, Shade going to get forced off here. Could be Jake Full. They need to not give this to Froyo if they want a chance. They need to push. They need to get off of their last. Now, they have 5 at last. Just go forward. You have full ad. If they just walk forward, they can contest second. Yite will spawn, call a focus, shoot the same thing, and they die. I literally don't know why. Like, I would think that like in scrims, I feel like because I pregame them, I feel like they were much more on top of stuff like that when it came to player and number ad, Uber. But they're finally going to take this out bats. Way too late, in my opinion. They're going to find Eric, though, but that's all they're going to get. Blaze is actually hiding behind, so eventually they'll find Blaze. Actually, Dingo's like 2,000 steps ahead of Blaze and just deading on him. So good on Dingo. I guess it was good. They did find get 2 guaranteed picks, but they need to get positioning now because Shade has Uber. They're probably not even gonna. They might not even walk into this just because he faked it at 80. So we're gonna have another little stalemate here until Shade's ready to, or Banny's ready to call a push. Actually,
they're going for it right away. Actually, and now Banny rushing forward, not even getting the pop off very early because he knows he can go through it. There's no traps from Dingo to slow things down, and the rest of the players can just follow suit. Banny and Shade being the only players to push alone. That is a bad play from Gnomercy. This is what I've been seeing all game. They don't know how to stop Shade from walking in for free. You can see this right now. He's had 2 opportunities to walk in and only just now forces the Uber off. Thankfully, though, Cookie Jake is able to get the Uber off just in time, and now Slender is going to be rushing in from lower with a follow-up bomb from AIM, and all the spam might be enough to catch out Garbuglio, maybe even Blaze, but no, it's not going to be enough. The exchanges are happening underneath. The rockets going back and forth. Not going to happen there, and Dingo also very low on health on the right side, trying to slow down the players, but it's actually going to be reinitiation from froyotech scouts on the shutter door, but they are going to back off here now very shortly, and it looks like they're finally slowing down potentially, maybe, and no, Yike gets taken down from both Eric and Blaze, and now with that 1 frag advantage, potentially froyotech are going to decide how they're going to approach this last push, as Blaze is getting it from underneath for free again, jumping onto Dingo, hitting a nice little air shot, but not going to be enough to take him down, and a follow-up from the shutter push is going to be able to keep Dingo out of the mix, because no sticky traps means a lot of opportunity to peek and prod. Finally, things have slowed down. Both players have Uber, and froyotech are down numbers, so finally we see some slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3-1 in favor of Froyo. Probably around 20, 22 minutes left, give or take. I just want to see Gnomercy able to just work Slumnish, let him get a pick. Eric's counter-sniping Slumnish. If he gets the pick, they just send an exchange, or they take an exchange or just send a guy in to die. They just need to play. I think they're like thinking about it too much and giving Froyo way too much respect when they have opportunities to take so much more off the player ad or Uber ad. Like, that is literally what that is their anchor right now, and it's that very reason. And I'm just waiting for the opportunity. Actually, I'm just gonna get 2 piped by Habib there. So it's a little unfortunate, but actually Eric's gonna try and walk in, try and go for a little god shot. As he just he wants it, but not able to get it. Habib doing so much damage to the point where it's just not legal. Blaze is going to die on the flank.
Blaze was very close to initiating onto Dingo there from the drop down, but enough pressure, enough spam was able to catch him out, and he died on his own account. So Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough for Gnomercy. Apparently, the only time Gnomercy decides they want to push is if they have twice the numbers and 200% the Uber.
Yeah. Again, still waiting on something to happen. You're holding Snakewater last. Waiting for Slemish to kill Eric. It really is a classic. Oh, Slemish going for some crazy stuff. Oh!
Finally, Eric gets the better of it there. Missing some very easy shots on Slemish's very poor shoulder peek play. This is not CSGO where you can shoulder peek and make it happen. You got to go deep. You got to commit to the walk in, scope, and shoot, and Eric gets the better of it as a result. We're seeing a lot of initiation from the froyotech soldiers trying to get a little bit of room here for Eric, but he's not going to get any angles here because that's not where anyone's holding. Everyone else Dingo has learned how to hold the left side all by his lonesome, even though he has no traps, just the pipes to help him out. And Blaze finally getting prevented from causing the havoc he so freely gets to initiate onto Cookie Jake and the other players. This is what needs to happen from Gnomercy's side. They need to get players in for free and find an opportunity to get onto Shade. But it's not going to happen because now the Uber initiation is going to happen. Banny getting launched into the skybox by the sticky trap from Dingo, and that's not going to be enough though because Dingo being all left alone, that's exactly what's going to cause his downfall. And Banny's going to just run to the point for free once again. Jumping from the point is going to be aim, finally going to connecting on it, and Garbuglio just jumps in and shoots himself and dies. Blaze now initiating onto the point, but going to get taken down also by Yite. And now with that Uber getting forced off, Shade currently not having Uber because he wasted it in the lobby. It looks like Gnomercy have finally decided it's time to get in, but all the players are disconnected. It's aim and Yite all the way in, but the rest of the players are barely in lobby. And Eric shot at a Yite, but it's aim who's going to be trying to get pressure onto Eric, but it's not going to be enough. Following up on the Shade, and also not going to do it, and Banny going to take him down there. So now with a very discombobulated push from Gnomercy, froyotech are going to have the numbers advantage to push into last very shortly, with Eric still on Sniper.
Yeah, I don't know if aim got baited or if he just chose to like go that deep and live some. But Banny's gonna take the cherry to Uber top right, gonna get right on the Cookie. Cookie makes him to spawn, but they need to get a presence on point as it's completely free. Slemish and aim are the furthest players up front. Banny's on the point. Everyone has to turn around for him. He's gonna take so long to die. Cookie's gonna fall to Habib, and Blaze is so low along with me. This is actually so pushable. There is no HP, but again, there's no numbers in favor of Gnomercy. Players are just now spawning. Dingo is trying to get a little bit of aggression here on second here. It's just Dingo versus Habib. They need to get in. Dingo's trying really hard to just like peek his little head in, but again, a little too slow. They're just sitting in last. He's on engineer. They elect to hold again. I don't get it.
Slemish now sneaking up with a nice little angle here, potentially going to catch out Garbuglio there, who peeked just a little bit too close and almost lost it all. But ow, what an instant kill onto Eric, who practically got his toe around the corner and got taken down right away. And that was an incredible shot from Slemish there, holding things down for his team and slowing it down just enough for Cookie Jake to potentially get the super in time, because Shade's not going to be pushing without a significant advantage. And now the Ubers have evened out, and hopefully the sticky trap right above Blaze and lower can make something happen there.
Yeah, again, still with the whole stalemate, and waiting on the sniper v sniper again. And still waiting on Slemish, still waiting on Eric. It's just, maybe. Ooh, Eric not even looking. Peeking the left side. Well, Slemish had a really nice angle, and it's a really nice play there from Slemish. Gonna try and get a shot on Garbuglio. A little bit of a cheeky spot on the boxes. Gonna try and just keep spamming out Slemish. Slemish gonna die. Falls a little late to the point where like this might be pushable.
Definitely could, depending on what Eric came up as. And Eric did come up as a scout, so this is going to be a great opportunity to push, because with no sniper up, they're going to have one less player. And now Garbuglio going to be the initiator here. Gets air shot right away, getting a nice early shot onto Cookie Jake, who's now at half health. Very desperate to try and stay alive here, try not to take too much pressure. And he is going to be able to go back and stay alive, let that regen come up. And froyotech are not going to be able to initiate follow-up onto that. They were hoping Garbuglio would just pressure Cookie Jake enough, because they know they don't have to commit more than one player to try and get the pressure on. Just Garbuglio alone was enough to pressure Cookie Jake, get that one shot off, and if he could follow up, great. Potentially force it or drop it even. froyotech are using their resources to the fullest by not committing too much. They're getting exactly what they need because they know they can do it. Habib, though, taking a lot of damage from the sentry gun early on, gets taken down by a fadeaway spam shot from aim, and that's going to be enough for them to push off of, because with no demo in. There are no traps. What are you even looking up for? Aim! There are no traps!
Yeah, they need to get off sniper now to help us push. Slemdish just now, or he's off sniper now. They need to go. Like, just go to point, get some presence. You have Uber, because they're finally going. They're gonna just drop Dingo though in the Uber. Slemdish as well, being able to find a frag, but now it's just fully rad for Freya. They didn't take any positioning again. They kind of just sat on bridge for a little bit, hesitating. That 1 second they hesitated, Freya was able to collapse on. I don't know what Yaya was trying to do. I guess trying to force you, but he jumped right into Habib and got blasted. But it looks like Freya's going to try and opt to go lower here. They might go shutter. I assume they're probably just going to walk it in lower because there's no demo. Shoot the gun that's sitting on the crate. It's in a really awkward spot for a lower push. Habib's going to take it down. Marmaduke just gets into spawn time to switch off. Yite actually spawns heavy, gets that 450. This is what they need to do. Play around the heavy, keep him buffed. Aim needs to not take any of these heals, but actually gets taken down. Slummish able to find Eric. Garbuglio and Dingo finding kills their own, along with Habib getting a kill on Slummish. It is 3v4 right now in favor of froyotech. They need to just get one kill. Dingo is the man with the plan here, but Cookie Jake on the point dying. Marmaduke next. Dingo trying his best, but not able to do it. Oh boy. 4-1 in favor of Froyo.
I'll tell you exactly what went wrong there. They had the opportunity there. Marmaduke Girls was coming from the left spawn. He had a reasonable amount of health, but he just wasn't hitting any shots. He was spamming in all the wrong places, not connecting on what he needed to do. He needed to have a chance to initiate so it would draw the players in, and then Dingo could have the freedom to shoot without worrying about staying alive. Right now, going into this mid-fight, we do see a quick bomb from Marmaduke Girls into the kitchen. Gonna get followed up by Blaze and taken down very cleanly. And with that death, early death coming out, froyotech are looking to take this mid-fight very uncontested, as they are going to try and initiate here. Slemdish going to be able to take down Eric, and a follow-up bomb from AIM is going to clean up Banny with no scouts alive right now, and a nice little air shot onto Garbuglio, going to take him down, but the arrow is going to be able to keep him alive. Banny, or Blaze, very close to getting the kill there, but Cookie J going to follow it up with a nice little arrow there, pretty much point blank. And the respawns are coming in, just Marmaduke Girls slowly coming in, and it's just going to be a scout and a demo versus a soldier and a demo. Let's see if Garbuglio can hit some shots. He's hitting 2 clean rockets, but it doesn't connect to anything or amount to anything, because Mr. Dingo hit 2 great pipes onto a healed demo and is keeping up the pressure here, but might get caught out here, still holding true to it with a follow-up onto Marmaduke Girls, getting in there. Slim just going to sacrifice himself, but it's not going to matter because Banny also manages to clean up onto Dingo there. Going to potentially force off the Uber here. He does, and now Marmaduke Girls is desperate to try and make something happen here with the tail end of this. He's going to be jumping around to the left side through Saw. Yai coming in through the grass area, and now they're going to be coming into this, trying to find an opportunity to force Shade here and get their medic out alive, because the longer they can hold this off before forcing Shade, the better their Uber advantage is going to be. They're going to be forcing it off right away, and now following up, the chase is on, and Cookie Chick is way too close for comfort. But thankfully, he's going to be out of this just in time. But the Uber advantage is not even close to substantial. And the numbers are so bad. It's looking so desperate for Gnomercy right now. A nice little bomb from AIM is going to try and pick off Eric. And Garbuglio gets taken out by Slendish. But Dingo goes down to Habib, getting a nice little revenge there. And AIM, so low in the Saw room, going to get taken down by a nice little pipe there from Habib, who also follows up on the Slendish. And Cookie Jake, with no one left to save him, going to go down right away to Shade's nice little arrow there. And it's only the flank classes, Marmaduke Grills and Yite, on the second point. Gonna have to find an opportunity here to force Shade or take him down.
I still don't understand why, like, No Mercy here is just like dying off one by one. Like, I believe they had player at, or it was even Dingo got killed, Yite got a trade killed, and Yite died. Like, it doesn't make sense to just keep dying like that when you can just have player ad. Now they're just gonna push into last full Uber because no one was with Cookie Jake. I felt like this team played so different in when we played them for their pregame, but Van's gonna take the Uber. Yite's probably gonna die, or yeah, Eric's gonna get killed there. Good trade for AIM there. But Yite's just gonna get on heavy now. A lot of point time from Garbuglio. Habib is on point along with Shade, and that's just gonna be the game.
Very clean.
Yeah, pretty textbook last push from Froyo. Pressure the top left boys, kill them, slowly wrap to point, shoot anything. That's pretty much it. I mean, I really wish the survivability of some of the players on Gnomercy was able to be a little bit better. I feel like Marmaduke was probably, like, him and Dingo are probably like their star players. I mean, I haven't looked at stats yet, but I can peep them now that the game's over. So let me take a quick look. So yeah, 5-1 for Froyo. Yeah, Marmaduke did 19 and 22 with 220 DDM. Even though he didn't do a lot of damage that game, he had a lot of great plays and a lot of crucial points, being able to kill 3 or 4 people at a time, doing a lot of damage. But I don't know, like Banny only dying 16 times compared to, I believe, the combo scout is Slemnish only dying 21. You know, just these like little things like that, I feel like can play so much into a factor, especially like a team like froyotech that's so organized. And especially them not pushing off like the little things, like not Freya not having any scouts or anything like that. I don't really understand why they didn't push that, like when they had Uber ad and player ad, especially with no scouts. That's a red flag for that. Like that is an opportunity and a half to like cap mid and then have that privilege to have a player die and force players through chokes. But yeah, it was a pretty low damage game from what it seems like. I don't know if there were a lot of stalemates. I mean, Dingo doing around 250, Habib doing around 250, Banny, I think, top damage in the server, as he did with 11,000 damage. Banny doing Banny things, pretty much playing an excellent combo scout, leading his team. Eric and Blaze worked the flank very well. But Shade, I mean, both medics played extremely well. No one dropped. A lot of good plays from each one with survivability and all that good stuff. Cookie Jake did die 8 times, but that's not a bad game. Shade only died 4 times just because he has Banny to back him out. Habib as well. I haven't talked much on his frag to death, but 29 and 9. I felt like his mids, besides in the first half, weren't really good, but in the second half, his mids became pretty deadly. And able to finally pressure Dingo and start making these mids a little bit more convincing. But Habib only died 9 times. He needs to die way more. Like, he needs more pressure given to him. Dingo did all that he could on mids and throughout the game pressuring Habib, but he can only do so much because he's going to just get chip shot from other angles. But it was a pretty good game. It was enjoyable to cast and watch. I'm glad. I wish Gnomercy was able to take a W, but unfortunately, froyotech is going to win the game. They're going to win their doubleheader, get their 2 games, and go on to next week.
Indeed, the commonality, the I'm trying to think of the word here, the intertwining thread that pulls all of what you just analyzed in that stat rundown right there, basically said the story of froyotech were not getting pressured enough. Whenever Gnomercy had those advantages, they were too afraid to push in. You said it earlier, they were giving them too much respect. And that was a huge mistake, because if you want to be the best in Invite, you can't just say, oh, these guys are good, let's not push with a 2-man advantage and try and force the medic or get our way in or try and do something here. froyotech was doing all of that every single time they had an opportunity to come in or get some free room. They took it. They took it gladly, and they made the best of it every single time. And Shade never needed a pod because there was no one there to force it. Honestly, I felt like I was watching a low-level IM team against froyotech right there. That was just insanely poor play overall from a gameplay standpoint, a strategy standpoint. They weren't doing what they needed to do. They were avoiding the textbook TF2 that you're required to have to play Invite. But Mario Grills was doing such an insane amount of work every single time. He was doing a great job of getting behind players after a skirmish and then getting all these players on the heel, on the back end, running away. It was just phenomenal plays from him.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that they made... Like, the mistakes that they made were definitely more important than... I don't think they made a lot of little mistakes, but the mistakes that they did make were...
really simple mistakes that you don't make.
like pretty obvious. I mean, the DM from the DM department was there, the rotations were there, the holds that were there, the pushes were there. It's just these little opportunities that can make so much more in a round if you take into account how much you can get off of it, like pushing when they have no scouts. That's like the one clear moment that I remember that I don't understand why that happened, because I would always think that any team, if they have no scouts, you can get your soldiers in, free position. You do not get unless you get an air shot, which I hope you don't get exposed. I mean, you can't really stop from getting air shot. But it's definitely a lot less reliable for a soldier or a demo to air shot you than a scout to click you while you're flying through the air. So hopefully, Gnomercy again, still 5-1. I believe they face EVL coming up soon, so that'll be another good match to watch. But I mean, Froyo winning pretty convincingly. But I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a good game. I think each team played pretty well. I just wish that Gnomercy was a little bit more quick on the pushes and a little bit more aggressive and less respectful to froyotech. But either way, each team played good. It was interesting. Thanks for having me. It was really, really fun. And GG, boys.
Really good stuff. I'm just going to give a quick rundown of the current state of TF2 Invite because this is actually kind of important. I don't know if we can get some kind of setup here on the league standings page on ESEA. I'm not sure quite how we can get that on the stream potentially, but I'm just going to break it down for you guys. Currently, the top 4 teams right now are Gnomercy still in first, but that's because they've played one extra match than everyone else. froyotech in second, Bank Gaming in third, and EBL Gaming in fourth.
Let's get it.
And what's really important about these stats, however, is if you look at the rounds that each team has lost, Gnomercy's lost 10 rounds, Fank Gaming's lost 13 rounds, EVL's lost 10 rounds, froyotech has lost 6 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, generally for playoff seeding, though, rounds against isn't really the stat that defines. They go for rounds for more than rounds against.
Yeah, it's not important for the seeding factor, but the fact remains froyotech has 5-0'd every single match, and the only team to get another round off them outside of EVL that won their match, of course, only Gnomercy has taken a round from froyotech in this season so far, and that kind of speaks to froyotech's strengths right now. Is they know how to take control of a map and win with a clean. Taking no rounds against. But yeah, you're right. The rounds for are miles more important in the overall scheme of things.
Yeah, hold on. You said froyotech or Gnomercy is the only team to have taken rounds off Froyo, I believe.
Outside of EVL Gaming.
Oh yeah, all right. I didn't hear that part. I was about to say, wait, didn't EVL?
Yeah, no. Obviously, EVL has beaten froyotech. So let's also just because we have to bring this up. The circle has been completed. Bank Gaming beat EVL. EVL beat froyotech. froyotech beat Gnomercy. And I'm just going to double check real quick. Gnomercy beat Fank Gaming. So every team in the top 4 has lost at least to one other team in the top 4, which I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm not sure. You can fact check me on this later. This hasn't happened in Invite for, I want to say, at least 2 or 3 years.
I haven't played the game 3 years ago. I was just getting in 2 years ago. I don't even know what happened before season 20.
It's been a long time since there's been a team that hasn't been undefeated in the Invite season, the regular season.
I mean,
and it's finally happened. Yeah. We have no undefeated teams in Invite for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fun season. I'm glad I got to be a part of it. It's definitely, even though the competition skill ceiling has dropped to get into Invite, it's still a very competitive season. While the technically open /IM cesspool down there, the skill has definitely increased in the DM department and probably the game sense department. But it really is good to see some good competition and maybe some upsets. I mean, we already saw some upsets this season so far, which is pretty cool. A lot of competition. Everyone's trying to fight for that top 4 spot, so it is very, very competitive right now for that top 4 spot. Hibbleton, again, no one can count them out. No one can know what they do. They can come out of nowhere and just start winning games because, again, just like that, with a snap of a finger, their roster can just change with 5 scouting. It's like Muffins can be on scout one day, High Five can be on scout. Anything can happen with that team.
Yep.
Yeah, but coming up for next week, we have Viaduct, everyone's least favorite map, in my opinion.
What?
I am not a Viaduct week guy. The constant King of the Hill scrims. Oh.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. The surplus of preparation for Viaduct is straining.
It's
but
terrible.
Viaduct itself is a very enjoyable time.
Fun.
It's a great map. It's wonderful.
There's gonna be some fun maps, or not fun games coming up next week. Who knows what happened? This is gonna be a pretty big week for Invite TF2, I believe, especially for Legalized Ranch. If there's one team that, like, especially them, they made top 4 last season. Then I assume they want to make it again. They need these 2 games. They versus Meat Market and froyotech. So I would think the Meat Market game might be a little bit of a good game to watch. But they do need so keep your eye on Legalized Ranch next week because they need those next 2 games, and if they drop 1-5, it's going to hurt their playoff chance quite a bit.
Absolutely.
But hopefully Viaduct is going to be a fun week. Some good matches. Anyway, I got to jump out of here soon. But yeah, it's been fun casting with you, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. It's filling in for Van, who was going to be casting with us tonight, and Sandblast came in because of whatever circumstances Van couldn't cast. Sandblast filling in was very well done, and thank you for coming in at the last second, helping us finish this out. And yeah, look forward to Product next week. That is Viaduct next week, and some games to look out for are we actually have EVL Gaming versus Gnomercy, and froyotech versus Fank Gaming. So all of the top 4 teams are playing each other on Product next week. So hopefully we can get both of those games coming to you live, and that'll be some great stuff to see. So stay tuned for TFTV. Check out teamfortress.tv, and if you haven't already, of course, follow it. Follow us on Twitter. You will see all kinds of updates whenever the game goes live. You'll be joining us for some great games for this wonderful ESEA Season 25 season. Right. And thank you for being here, Sandblast and myself, Ro, as your casters, and Dr.Shdwpuppet on the camera. Give a huge shout out to Dr.Shdwpuppet. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Thanks for watching, and peace.